And hello, my brave knights, princesses, and welcome back to Let's Play. A second before us, when this left off, we were in this cage. Oh, to throw it. What am I throwing this at? Bar? Oh, the lever. I have to throw this at the lever. I missed. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Mouse, why? Pick up the rock. That's a good person, and now we're going to throw it. Oh. Crap, well, get off. Sorry, there's a mosquito flying around, and I'm trying to keep track of it. It's been eating me up a lot now. So there it goes. Oh, come on, stop dropping it. There we go. Now we're going to throw it. And we're free. Just a mosquito. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. Long live the great now. You give life to hundreds of thousands, demanding nothing in return. It seems that you've seen everything. Famines, wars, terrible droughts, fear and joy, life and death. There is no time for you. It seems that your death will come only with the end of the universe. Perhaps even it will pass you. And how strong and limitless as Neil, so strong was bitterness of Isis, daughter of Heb. When Seth had murdered her husband, Osiris, many tears were shed by Isis about her killed husband. There was no hope, but suddenly dry wind of desert brought a faith and determination, and Isis realized it was time to act. I have no idea what this person is talking about. Also, I'm sorry about it being weirdly dark. It's dark for me too, so if those of you that are watching this on a phone, go into a room that's a little bit darker and you should be able to see a little bit better. Maybe. I don't like this blue-ish effect, but I'll work with it, I guess. Sheesh. Keep thinking that mosquitoes on me. I keep looking for it. Alright. Oh hey, I know where we are. Missed. Sorry, I'm... Oh. Keeping an eye for... Why is it so dark? Well, let me see if there's a, Is there a, Is there... There it is. There is a the brightness. We're just going to increase that for now. Oh yeah, that's better-ish. So we can't go in there yet. Still keeping an eye out for that mosquito. It's so annoying. I'm just gonna take one of these lights with me so I could see inside that place. Where is it? Keeps landing on my mouse. There it is. Isis traveled through the vast desert to find her husband's body, which Seth ripped into small pieces and scattered throughout Egypt. When all the pieces were finally collected together, Isis built an altar made of clay, where placed a bowl filled with healing water from the Holy Spring and crown of Osiris, and when she said an ancient spell, ... Nothing happened. Okay. As a comedian would say, what do I do? Where's the rest of the information? So this has a magnifying glass on it, but I have no idea what to do about it. Oh, there's mosquitoes over here. Sitting there. Ow. So we just take some water, put it with the tombstone. Then what? Oh, this opens. A tomb of Oziz's. She turned into a huge hawk and soared on the altar where Osiris was and became pregnant. Osiris wasn't resurrected. He gave his son to Isis, whom she named Gore. Gore avenged Seth for his father's death and mother's grief. Long live the great Now, the tears of Isis. What a story. I'm so happy no one knows yet, although I could never keep secrets, but I am expecting. Still so much to learn. I don't have time for everything now. The appearance of the child in the family is definitely a great joy, but also a great responsibility. No, I'm not saying that we need to completely change ourselves and stop receiving pleasure from life, but probably this is the last entry in my diary. It isn't because of the baby, no, it definitely because of me. I feel it changes with myself. I don't know how many good and bad things is waiting for me in future. I want the last entry in my diary to be this record, as a reminder about the bright days of my youth. I didn't notice when I became an adult. So let me get this straight. The story is basically an allegory. Excuse me, for Jennifer and the other guy. How he was carved up and stuff. And so now what? Something happened to somebody, and it was not good. Now there's a candle. Was there a candle here already? Probably. So, yeah. It just feels like that story is an allegory for the one about Jennifer and how she, you know, did what she did. And everything happened. And so on and so forth. Righto. We're here again. So this is the future. We've gone through here, we've gone through there, so I guess the only other place we haven't been to is in here. So what you guys can do is after this game is over, try to piece together what's basically going on. You know, from what I'm seeing, both this future place, and these past the people in the archaeological dig were both looking for something immortality, like, basically. So that's the summary of what I think is going on. Is they both were looking for something, and all they found was grief and suffering and lies. Was I supposed to get something up there? Oh, there's a couple right here. We have some big pockets. So that's what I'm thinking, is that it basically is reflecting two different things. Yeah. In case of emergency situation of biological nature, staff must ensure the tightness of the infected compartment. Air supply system must also be disabled to prevent the ingress of contaminants into the ventilation system. As if there was such an emergency, which there probably was. Also, lamplight. Wait, are we, what's his face, in another life? That guy that, you know. That's a thought, actually, that we could be her child from in another life in the future. We are basically finding a mystery of our own. This is the generator that we fixed. And it's making me think, like, a lot now. So let's see. Just knew that this person will bring nothing but trouble. He constantly ached and complained that he was framed by the computer. He should not be in a detention block. I said that it was necessary to immediately throw him in a cage. Perhaps nothing would have happened. And when he released all nano termites, don't know how he managed to smuggle them through the scanner. The entire complex is now under threat. I have no choice. I need to act according to the instructions and sacrifice those who worked in the infected block. They are already struck by the nano termites to save the whole complex. Most likely a technical floor will be closed indefinitely, although termites won't live long without nutrition. No one will risk, however, people are scared in the infection block now. Can't imagine. First they will suffocate because air supply system will be turned off, and then the nano termites will eat their lifeless bodies. Terrible death. That's pleasant. Nothing there. So this place was sealed off for infection, huh? So do I have to keep an eye out for, you know, things? No electricity. I need to learn to read everything that this game says. Run away. I would love to, but I have to be brave. Broken. Door's broken. There's no electricity. This screams trouble. All that's left is this statue of sorts. And my paranoia because of a bug. Oh. He thinks he's one hiding me in here. Not so easy. Yes, this computer is not as simple as it seems. He controls virtually all. He sees every our step. I'm confident that the Inhuman Project Reborn is entirely his idea and his devious plan. Well, I'm also not as simple as it seems. I've taken into consideration all the scenarios, even this one. You won't have time to take my memory. I'll always be one step ahead of them. Let's see what this precious machine will say when nano termites will fall into ventilation. I'll free mankind from the power of the computer. I know that I have to sacrifice a large number of innocent people. I hope the residential complex has its own ventilation system. After all, they will realize, they will understand me and be thankful to me. I'll leave it for history. My personal number is 978. Ordinary colonist with an unusual fate. The story about phenomenal courage and great mind. Something cracked somewhere. So that explains why nobody's around. Because nanotermites ate everybody. Why? We might actually be the guy that did this. That's the last few sips of air. I don't think that everything will end so for me. It's a pity that I can't call to mind anything before the death. They say that termites do not leave anything like I have never existed. The last thing I do in life is turn off the power of the elevator. Very scary. I'm willing to bet we are, like, the guy that let the termites in and we're, like, the last person alive. If we're not, if there's another person around. Terrific. It just means we're going to be meeting somebody soon. Lift. Okay, I'm like, how does one go up? So basically the whole, you know, immortality thing, someone tried to take credit for it because they wanted the credit for it, and this guy basically was like, no, that's not going to happen, and basically set termites off, nano termites off to, I think I know where we are. Maybe I don't. To basically eat everybody. I get it, someone's over there. Also the missile. Newsflash, the whole world's going to die. Not surprising. Needed a key. Need a key. Okay. I also suspect that this game was not made by English people. Guys, if by chance you find my key card from the storage, leave it in the guard post sure for the reward. Because some of the sentences in this game make no sense whatsoever, but that's just me. I just read them as they are. Da 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 do. Having come to myself after another grueling day in the assimilation environment, I found the ventilation grill is open. According to the report of a worker who left his paper on my desk, he produced a regular maintenance. He did not even put the ventilation grill in its place. Now I have a hurricane in my room as a present. What if a rat crawls through this hole? Today we'll write a complaint on municipal governance. They must punish their workers for bad work. Or you could make yourself useful and close the vent yourself. I mean, how hard could it be to close a vent? Another hard day. From day to day, I repeat the same things with no end in sight. They promise to return us our memory. Well, of course, what kind of idiot would refuse from ideal slaves? Discovered today that ventilation grill was removed. The room is in such chaos I didn't notice immediately. Is there a passage? Today I sneaked into the secret archives of the complex and found a lot of information about the Delta, including information about main computer of the complex. It is necessary to think of everything over. I'm becoming more and more convinced that this computer is not as harmless as it seems. He is responsible for safety, for electric supply, for elections to the council, for all. Now I'm absolutely certain he is the head of the Delta. This means that everything that is happening here is his devilish plan. He wants to destroy all of us, or enslave us, or something else. I don't know yet, but I'll definitely find out the truth. Must act decisively and quickly. I'll save Delta from its control. So the AI is technically evil, huh? And we just turned it on, but the computer wasn't technically on. So I don't know what to think of that. Also, there's the sound of ducks, but I don't see any ducks out there. You're not fooling me, game. So yeah, it sounds like the computer turned rogue, and then someone realized that they weren't going to get their memories back, and did something about it. And now it's like we're the last people alive. Alright, we'll go down there in a second, because I love to explore and not leave any stone unturned, because that's just me. Have you ever thought about those containers that we ship to the storage every day? I was exhausted by this thought. And once, at the end of a shift, I decided to open one to see what's inside. And what did you think? It was empty there. Nothing at all. I was opening empty containers one after another. Every one! What do you think? Is it worth to sniff out something? Well, while I'm writing this down, a new party came of containers. So we've been shipping and taking nothing, which means supplies would dwindle, which means people would have to start killing each other or depending on each other for survival. That, or I'm thinking of all these massive math equations. Also camera. This looks ominous. Reception. Canned foods. The exit. Memory is probably the most amazing property of our mind. Memory shapes us, our relationship. Memory is the basis of perception of the world. But what forms a memory? Every person is unique from the birth, and therefore possesses a memory with previously recorded presets. But who produces this memory precepts, and most importantly, how? There are many opinions about this. I have my own. It is believed that someone or something, it doesn't matter, forms human consciousness, recording in his memory those character traits that will be used by man in life. For example, it can form the sense of compassion in a person, generating drama on the lighthouse, or instill a curiosity in man, forcing him to solve puzzles while exploring the ancient observatory. The feeling of love is also very important. A lot of values and qualities are being formed, and not only those that are approved by society. all these forms are individuality and makes us different from each other, and this is the basis that every person is free to use for further development. Seems legit, random person. I love a snack. Do I want to take the lift, or do I want to go out the door? I don't know where the lift goes, and I don't know if the door ends the game. And that bugs me. I mean, like I said, other people will play this game, and like I said, I'm someone who likes taking every route I possibly can. So let's go in here and find out where this takes us. Just for curiosity's sake, we'll find out where this takes us. And then we'll go back in and go back up. How's that sound? Huh. I'm willing to bet you the exit door was shut. If it isn't, and someone is able to go out and just leave the facility, then I missed out, but this is cool too. This is really cool. To the Sector 6. They are probably one of the most amazing creatures in the universe. They have so much irresponsible curiosity. So many times I changed the Delta, destroyed everything to the ground, and built it again, created countless copies, tried to change and supplement every incarnation of it, but all was in vain. For now I know that it was worth to tell people no, to warm up their interest, make them reach the end on their own. The main computer simulates any situation and plays any scenario. Survival of people after the end of the world, for example, and adapting to each version of consciousness. He is my best friend and the best preparation tool before the introduction into a particular body. Still, a lot of work has to be done in the future, but when I'm writing these lines, I feel real satisfaction, which I haven't experienced in a very long time. That's scary. Great question. So, when we come back, guys, move this game. Until then, leave a like and subscribe, because there's always room for more. See you all next video. Goodbye, everybody.